It's always good to see you.
Hmm.
Something in her demeanor has changed. She's tired, consigned to her fate, to being here with you and what's to come.
Okay. Well,
I understand.
Just like that. No resistance. Her shoulders are slouched, her feet long and straight.
you lied to us, miss. You don't look surprised.
I knew there was a chance you'd get them to tell you. It's what you do. You're the police. For what it's worth, I'm sorry for wasting your time.
This is good. Clear the air first, between you two, then move on to questions. Shush, I can't hear what she's saying.
Did you just tell me to shush?
Let the miss speak. She's tall and thin and tired. A twig trying so hard not to break.
If you knew we would find out eventually, why did you waste our time?
Because of the Hardys. I couldn't just dispense with them. They were only trying to help me. Out of the shit I'd gotten into.
And yet you didn't go with the whole rape lie. Meh. I mean, I guess everyone has their limits. Cool. I'm satisfied with this explanation.
I am not. There is more here, miss.
You're right. There's more. You answer to the coalition government, and by extension, the moral intern.
Briefly glancing over her shoulder to the sea, as she's done time and time again. A grand expanse of water reaches over the bay and to the horizon, golden grey in the moonlight. The Pearl, the Muindi Isola, the Occident, and then Oranje, the old world.
You share a database with them. You send people to their courts. Just business. But bad business for some people in the moral intern. If I show up in your records, officer, they will find me. They will
What happens if they do?
kill me, sir. If you file my name, take me in for questioning, enter me into the moral intern mill, well, then I'm fucked. For nothing. This murder didn't have anything to do with me.
Actually, this murder did have a little to do with her.
What did you do? What happened? Can I ask all these? I'm sure I can, because they're all wildly different questions.
It's not nice, but it's not illegal. Not here in Ravishol, or even in Oranje.
What exactly did you do?
Industrial espionage. I joined a business collective with the intention of betraying them. I did my job well enough to be asked to do it again. With a bigger company. The kind you really, really don't fuck with. I took their ledgers, 2 decades worth of accounting.
I need the names of the companies involved and who hired you.
The job was Lewes County Savings Bank. They sound small, but they're part of the Lewes conglomerate. That was the second job. The first was some printer company. You wouldn't know them. As to who hired me for the job, I don't know. But they're after me too. Along with Lewskop and their friends in the MI. Once you're done in the competitive intelligence circuit, you don't have allies. You're radioactive.
Lowe's Cap. These people engineer financial disasters in second world countries. The conglomerate also includes the Bank of Consecration, Airberg, and the popular Papalolo line of dairy products.
Sorry, I yawned. Papa Lolo. When I am king, the savings bank will be the first against the wall. Yeah, sure, guy. I'm sure there are people who have done much worse. I mean, sure. That doesn't change the fact that they're pissed with her.
It is. Many people lost their jobs. Not just C-suite. Ordinary people. What I did to get to accounting, a lot of people got hurt. But that's just more of my shit you shouldn't have to deal with. You're solving a murder. We were there. Together. In bed, I mean. Okay. He was in a kneeling position. He had just entered me. I was on my back, looking at him. I heard the window behind me shatter, and I turned to look. There was a hole in the glass. I turned back to him. His eyes were looking through me, and his mouth was open. Dumb. I could see. I could.
Her chest rises and falls with each word. She keeps herself together and says it.
I knew he was dead. Before he fell down on top of me.
Eesh.
He was heavy. I pushed him off and he fell to the floor. There. He only had his boots on. I bit the pillow, not to scream, then ran downstairs. I waited for the second shot to come. For me. I thought there would be one. It never came.
She's forgotten about her cigarette. The butt has burned right down to her fingernails.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh,
I am sorry this happened to you. Like, damn, to have a dude die when you're having sex. Christ.
so am I.
What time was this? When did it happen? It would help us if you could be as precise as possible.
11:30 to 12:15. I don't know the exact time. Around midnight.
It's okay. Were you inebriated?
Not as much as usual. He'd done a line, plus other things. I was drinking.
Wait. Titus said she was gurning her jaw off, much more than usual.
Doesn't matter, better not mention it. Why wouldn't I? I mean, honestly, she probably did that after he got murdered.
Oh, yeah. I did one of his lines, just to clear my head.
Good thinking. Clear your head. You should clear your head. Get into his mindset.
Shut up, Electro.
Did you hear or see the shooter in the course of this?
No. Nothing. I was trapped. I was stuck in my room downstairs. I got some clothes on and crawled back up, drew the blinds. Blood was coming from his mouth. Not a lot. Just a little.
Wait, you were stuck in your room downstairs? How would you be trapped then? Because there's still the front door. Unless by downstairs she means the room that's just past the balcony, but that's not downstairs. Whatever.
He was still on the floor, slouched. I couldn't be there with him anymore, so I ran down and out of my room, into the hallway, down the stairs. I knew there would be people there. Sylvie was tending the bar. A lot of people were there. The Hardys were at the table in front of the stage. I think the Union box was full. Ruby was there too. They were having such a good time. I sat down and they all welcomed me. I didn't even have to say anything. Ruby knew something was wrong.
Ruby?
Before we continue, who is Ruby?
Ruby, you know, the leader.
Of the Hardy Boys?
The leader? Of what?
The Hardy Boys. Well, nominally, yes. Ruby's the one they go to when things happen, like things they need taken care of. She's the organizer. Well, Ruby said let's talk upstairs. I showed her the room. I've known these people since December. They know my situation, that I can't leave a paper trail. Ruby was the first one I told. She said she'd take care of this. It's what she does, you know, take care of things. I helped her get the body to the bathroom. We used a belt to pull him up under the shower, to keep him upright.
To mislead you, they were tampering with the body.
To produce lividity, matching a hanging?
Yes.
We completely missed the tampering. Looks like you got there in time. What was this, 20 minutes after death?
About 20, yes. Ruby explained it would make the blood... You know what he does. Ruby went outside to talk to Titus and the boys. I was just looking at Lely in the bathroom. I had to put his clothes back on. His armor, too. It was tough, but I've seen him take it off and put it on many times. It took Ruby maybe half an hour to come back with Titus. I'd gotten him ready by then. They carried him out. I knew what they were going to do. Make it look like a hanging. Ruby said they would. Ruby said to wait here. She also said I wouldn't see her for a while. That we should lay low or something. So I did. I don't know. I haven't seen her since.
We will need to take this question to the Hardy Boys.
Interesting. Why did this Ruby go through so much trouble to hide something someone else did? Look into this later.
Sure thing, Logic. Let's see.
When he was shot? I may have. I don't know. I couldn't hear anything over the glass exploding.
The gunshot wasn't that loud. This is something to keep in mind when assessing the distance of the shot.
Oh, you mean sniper? I mean, I figured no way in fuck would it be a Glock. Alright, let's see. What, did you? No. Why would I even ask this? Obviously not.
That's the first thing that went through my head when I heard the glass break. I thought they'd found me. They've killed him to punish me. All last week, I've tried not to talk to anyone or be seen with anyone so they wouldn't be hurt. I've come to understand, however, this is paranoia. What happened didn't have anything to do with me.
We can't go after loose cap. Not yet. There are other, saner leads.
I don't ask you to, Lieutenant. If there's one thing I know, it's that you'll get nothing from there.
Why'd you call the cop? Well, I mean, she said it earlier. She didn't want to see him hanging there anymore.
Because I'm an idiot.
Which is an indicator of truth. Idiot. She's nothing of the sort.
You have to understand, the people around here, no one was making the call, and he kept rotting. And then they picked his clothes off, and that little fucker threw stones at him.
Her jaw is clenched. Her throat moves. It takes all her strength not to cave in and sob. Once. Just one time.
He kept throwing stones at him for 3 days. I could hear the thud. Thud. So I called you. I hope with all my heart it's not the last thing I do in Ravishol.
She definitely called the cops. That was task complete. It could not have been a lie. That is impossible.
Last week, Angus and Titus's brother, I think he's called Tibbs, took care of it.
You should have another look at that window after this. Reconstruct the scene. It's right there.
What did I say about visual calculus?
Yes, you see the glass sparkling out of the corner of your eye.
You know what? I really don't think she did, but I might as well ask this.
What? Why would I put myself through this? Insanity. Get myself cornered like this. He wouldn't have died if it weren't for me. I know that. But I would never hurt him.
All kinds of crazy things happen when drugs are involved. Sweet, sweet drugs. He was a serviceman. He must have had a gun lying around, close to her hand, a military weapon using jacketed ammunition.
Downstairs people have this crazy idea that you killed him. That's obviously BS. Okay, if you did in self-defense, drugs were blah blah blah.
Like what?
She nods, silently. She doesn't even smoke, just picks up the cold coffee and holds it in her hands. He's thinking, are we done here?
In God's name, wake up? Oh, am I gonna try to talk to him again? Hang on a second.
Officer, it's a fine day for questions.
This is gonna be weird.
Who? What? Dear God, you've been lied to. She could have killed her lover and lied to everyone. She's not candid at all. She's smoke and mirrors and will-o-wisps. She probably didn't give you her real name either. Why would she? Arrest her immediately before she further entangles you in her web of lies.
Kim, why have we not arrested her yet?
There may be grounds here, at least for an extended detention.
A little whimper. The young woman hears you. She's looking around.
I did. What is this? I called your desk or whatever it is. The numbers are all over town. Call 8-100-2 for emergencies. There was an older woman on the other end. It sounded like she was smoking. She took my complaint. She coughed.
That is the emergency's desk number. Anyone could know that, sire, by looking around and calling the desk. I don't believe a single word she says.
What time did you make the call?
Thursday night. It was late, sometime after 12.
It checks out.
But I know the time of the call too. I know I have not been 100% truthful with you officers, but I am now.
Okay, honestly, why would this even be a check? Especially a check that's pretty difficult to get if you don't have many points in, what was it, drama? Like, why would this be here if it wouldn't lead to something?
I agree. You wouldn't give us your real name, not when people are after you.
Okay.
Okay, what?
Okay, it's not.
You admit to it.
You log your work every week. It's all transmitted to Common, sir. I couldn't just beg you not to enter my name. So I lied. Like I lied before. Like I did at LCSB. I have to lie all the time. I'm so tired of it. No. It's submerged in a plastic buoy on the coast, in the reeds. It just doesn't say Clausia Amandu. It says Anouk Mea Smith.
Falsified documents?
Passport and visa. Given to me by my employer. I can't even use them. My employer probably leaked the name, Mea Smith, to hurt me.
Why would they do that?
I didn't show up to a rendezvous. They don't take that lightly. I didn't show up because I was afraid they'd do something to me. The job was finished. I'm just a liability now. West of the boardwalk, in the reeds. on the coast there. I put it there when I first arrived. Haven't been there since. I'm not sure I could even find it now. It's useless.
I mean, why not? Get some experience points.
The lieutenant makes a note of it.
You're welcome to it. It's in the reeds northwest of here, past a broken sewage pipe, right near the waterline. It's Katarzyna Alazie.
Honestly, I like that name more.
It's a Grad name, Jimsk or Yugo-Grad in origin. Not Occidental at all. Smells of motor oil, tiger, economic desolation, and rock music infused alcoholism.
If you say so. Finally, we meet. I keep calling you classy. I'll just call you. Yeah, sure.
My parents were Zhimsk immigrants, but I'm nationalized Oranese. All I remember is Oranie. Alazie is my father's name.
I'll say nothing, because I don't know what she prefers to be called right now in this moment.
I haven't said it aloud in such a long time. That name.
She's filling dead air. Can't stand the silence.
I am. They can never take my sash and my scepter from me.
Yes, they can, for lying. She nods, her back straight, ready for whatever is next.
But I haven't done anything. Anything illegal.
She purposefully misrepresented information crucial to the case. That's right, gang. Stern and merciless now. Stern and merciless as we reel her in.
Let's see, you misrepresented information. Without the Hardy's confession, we know nothing. True. You're a suspect in a murder investigation. You're a flight risk. That's all the reason I need. Industrial espionage. We uphold international law here in the zone of control.
The lieutenant produces a pair of handcuffs.
Oh, we're actually gonna arrest her.
Please no.
But there's nowhere to go. A two-story drop to the Plaza Mosaic. If she could, she would have run before.
I think I know who did it. Who shot Lely. I can tell you. I can help you.
She knows something. She's silent for a second, as if looking into herself for certainty. Then, in a hushed voice, she says,
Ruby.
Huh? Why do you think it was her?
She has this thing for me. Ever since I met her and the boys downstairs. She's been pretty frank about what she wants.
what she's saying is sex.
And more. I made the mistake of confiding in her. I told her I was on the run. She started protecting me. It became an unhealthy relationship. When I started spending time with Lely, she told me to end it. Said there would be shit if I didn't. It was not a good meeting. We stopped talking after that, but
I don't understand. What exactly in your relationship made you think she's romantically interested in you?
she said she's in love with me. She even asked me to run away with her when I told her I'm a fugitive. She started developing notions about our relationship.
This is interesting, but we've already established that she's a really good liar. So this could also be bullshit.
And you led her on?
A little. I was flattered, you know? But then I had to let her off, and it was not easy. I came to regret being friendly with her. We maybe kissed, nothing more. I know what this sounds like. That's why I didn't want to tell you before. but she knew what had happened when I came downstairs.
You know, I thought I would have the option to pick that other dialogue option too, but there wasn't, and now I regret just kind of glancing at it instead of full on reading it. Oh well.
Somehow, she knew Lely was dead. She wasn't surprised at all. When we came up here, she was calm as a stone, too. She cleaned it all up like she had a plan.
This is a familiar theory. You had it too, remember? Could it be that Ruby was covering up after herself? The lynching?
She came over one night, drunk, said she'd turn my life into a living hell. I've been threatened before, so I can tell when someone knows how to do it. And she's a pro. She must be. To keep the Hardys in line. I tried severing ties with her after that. I thought it had worked, but she could have had access to the roof. You've noticed that door there, right? Maybe it leads downstairs. She could have come to the roof through that, then taken the shot right here, where I stand. It was dark outside. I wouldn't have seen her.
Interesting.
Then slipped back downstairs without anyone noticing? That is possible.
Interesting theory. Did she know that door exists? Had you been out there with her?
Yes, of course. She's been up here many times, jacking private stations off the ring antenna. She used to come here to drink on the roof with me, before it got weird.
Okay, and what? Arrest the liar now. Why? She told us some pretty interesting things there. She's stuck here. She's already in prison. Look around. She's only trying to help you.
Who? What do you mean, who is who? She's only trying to help you. Who?
Her. Stop letting her distract you.
Oh, Christ. Whatever. Fine. I don't care.
Thank you. Thank you. You won't regret it.
Something tells you, you will.
I mean, I wasn't intending to arrest her anyways. Even though I probably should. I wasn't intending to anyways. Oh, and also... If she ends up making a run for it... I also won't care. Again, unless she has much more... Unless there's like a lot more important stuff she's not telling me. I still wouldn't give a shit, even if she did.
She nods, then nervously pulls on her.
Okay.
She slowly lights another cigarette and steadies her breath, as if in the presence of some tiger.
Well?
Lies.
Yes, we demand she be punished for deceiving us. We demand her anxiety. We demand her fear. She slowly
Yeah, whatever.
lights.
Well, that's it. Time for some super cool visual calculus.
This window is pristine on the inside, unlike the one
Hang on.
This window is pristine on the inside, unlike the one. Golden light melts away into the blue, glassy darkness of your mind. In it are two neon-lit shapes, a man and a woman on the single bed. Like the witness said, the man is kneeling, the woman is on her back. It's the night of March 4th and a shot has just been fired. The man looks directly at the woman. The shot's possible directions converge in his mouth, a ray cast from somewhere outside, entering his brain. From the roof outside, location A prime. The glass fractures around the bullet hole. Shards face inwards like a corona behind the woman's back. The man does not know the bullet has entered his brain. He never will. Death comes faster than the realization. The ray cast from the man's mouth unravels into a fan of possible directions, all on the roof at first. The shot could have come from any of them. This is composite location A prime, most likely of the origin points.
Shouldn't there be gun residue outside? Not if they wiped down the whole area. I mean, they replaced the window. I'm sure they cleaned up the blood. They probably cleaned up outside too. Or you know what? It was like, I guess it's been like 3 weeks by now, or close to 3 weeks. Because at the beginning of the game, 2 weeks had already passed. It's been snowing, raining, wind. I mean, would gun residue still be out there? I doubt it, but what the fuck do I know about guns?
There could have been. Then the rain and slush and wind washed it away. This was more than a week ago.
Well, alright then. So I'm what, 80% sure the roof is where the shot was made from?
72%, with an antique weapon that fires military-grade ammunition. A Belmagrave rifle, for example. This is a good short distance, but not too short. The perpetrator aimed with their back against the railing, or possibly kneeling for precision. This would explain why it only took them one shot. The lights were on in here. Outside it was dark. It was like shooting fish in an aquarium, a well-lit aquarium. The victim opened his mouth to let the bullet in. Neither of them would have seen anything outside in the darkness, too busy with their own bodies. None that you've found thus far, but that doesn't mean there aren't any. Point X would contradict the woman's testimony, rendering the entire proposition void. These figures would be wiped out, detective. That's a 28%, yes. In this model, the shot could have come from a greater distance. Nothing excludes the possibility. Should we extrapolate to include every possible point of origin in Martinez?
Hey, why not?
According to your map of the district, this shot could have come from a wide angle of locations, starting with the northern edge of the abandoned boardwalk, ending with an islet in the bay. Let's call them B prime. B prime for boardwalk, B double prime for Land's End, and B triple prime for the islet, detective. There may be smaller points in between, but those are too fine to zoom in on. 700 meters away, the likeliest of these B positions, 20% chance. A skilled sniper could have made the shot, provided he had a safe sniper's nest. Even with the light on inside, we're talking military training. At that distance, the perpetrator would have had to take wind direction into account. 1.2 kilometers away, the least likely of these positions, let's say 3%. A truly skilled sniper could have done it, possibly from a tent. No, too far-fetched. 1 kilometer away, a point beyond the docks, on an islet in the bay. The fort is ruined, but the perpetrator may have found a stable spot on the beaches surrounding it, where the concrete crumbles into the sea, as you saw in the coin-operated viewer. The shot would have been a small miracle, 5% likelihood. There is an extremely narrow field of view from the bay to the window, between Rue de Saint-Ghislain 10 and 33A. The angle would have been extreme, and access to the islets is questionable.
From where, precisely? I see you have given this a lot of thought. Are those the locations you've singled out in addition to the roof? And what is the likelihood, in your opinion, that it came from a further distance?
It's okay. I love that we did all this visual calculus in our brains, and it's legit impressive. And then all we have to say is, it's okay.
Okay, well, we should see if there is gunshot residue or sniper nests if we go down the coast. Rule these spots out one by one. It would be the diligent thing to do. Until then, personally, I'm going with the roof version. A simple hypothesis can be wrong, but it's something to build on.
Man, visual calculus is so damn cool. I am legit very happy that I put points into it. I'm so glad I put a good amount of points into visual calculus. Alright, well, let's try to find out. Hang on, let me talk to you.
Again? I can't believe this shit. Okay, why not? Let's do the old thing over again. We're not wasting time. There is no time.
Jesus. Okay, this person who was shot and then made to look like he was hanged, he might have been shot by the people who hanged him. I mean, we already know. Well, actually, we don't. But, I don't know. Okay, the person who was shot and hanged, he may have been shot by the person who made it look like he was hanged. Isn't this the same thing? Hang on, let me read this again. Person who was shot then made to look like he was hanged. He might have been shot by the person who was shot and hanged. He may have been shot by the... Yeah, this is the same... What? This is the...
A cover-up. What the author of the cover-up is the perp? Makes sense.
I know, right? But what's the motive?
You don't have a motive? Then the double cover-up seems too neat. I don't know. Why are you? Oh my god, there's more. You want something more? What is it? Okay, why not? Let's do the old... I get it, okay. But what is the motive?
It's quite possible. Hey, why am I telling you these things?
That would be my first guess, yes. I don't know. Why are you? Oh my god, there's more. You want something more? What is...
Yep, that's it. For now. I wanted to see what you would say.
It's you again. What is it? Why?
Because she's your real leader? I'm gonna level with you. She's the next link in the chain that leads me to Laylee's killer. I've seen her in a laudanum-induced delirium? The paranormal instinct whispers her name into my ear. Good God. Look, I need to pin... I need to pin this on someone if I've decided to pin it on her. Oh yeah, this will definitely get him to tell me where Ruby is. I suspect she killed the victim, that's why. Civil war is brewing and the only way to prevent it is to solve the murder. That means talking to Ruby. I mean, yeah, that seems the... That one and two.
Sounds like you want to push this steaming pile of shit on anyone. And now you pet Ruby. Well, not on my watch you won't. Ruby's one of us. We're not gonna throw her under your moral intern steamroller. Fuck that shit.
And fuck you too, moral
Ruby is missing. If you hide from the police in a murder investigation, you become a suspect. You know how it works, guys.
That's nothing. That's just legalese. You don't even have a sound theory. I don't want to be rude, but we're trying to get some R&R here. Think you could fuck off now?
I think we'll keep sticking around, Titus. You'll be surprised at how quickly a theory presents itself if you keep looking.
From the corner of your eye, you see a little bird fly into the bush, right behind the window, behind Titus's back.
I'm not gonna lose this chance if... No, I can come back to it. Yep, go ahead, take your seat. Da-da-da. Let me quick save.
It's you again.
Now get back
What
up,
is it?
please. Walk on over.
A sudden flash of lightning in your neocortex. The hostel cafeteria is lit by its airy blaze. Floor plans, bullet trajectories, webs of human emotion, all channeled into a single thought.
Why are you so sure Ruby didn't off him?
Because she was here, all night, with us.
He's cobbling together shit so he can put her away. It's Cop 101.
She was here all night? 11:30 to 12:15? She was here during all that time?
Yeah, with us, drinking, near the stage there.
She didn't go to the toilet? She didn't go to the bar? She didn't go out for fresh air for one smoke?
No.
That's a lie.
All right, she took a fucking leak, okay? For one moment. Maybe went out, too. She has a complex operation to run from her lorry. She's a busy girl. Always has been.
This complex operation is probably something illegal.
Just 'cause she was gone for 5 minutes doesn't mean she magically got to the roof and shot the merc. I've been through this. It's not plausible.
He's been through it. That means he's suspected her too.
Interesting.
All right, we're in. We got Ruby unaccounted for sometime during the window. This was crucial. Now let's place her on that roof.
A skilled Sambo artist could have climbed the outer wall like a spider. Have you noticed the winch out back on the outer wall of the whirling? Can I only pick one? I'm kind of stuck between these two.
Nah, the only way up there is through Clausia's room. We've only been drinking here for what? 6 years? How much do we know?
Been thinking of getting wilding in racks. That is on my ass, boss.
There you go. Tatted on his ass. We know the place.
Yeah, great. Okay, there's a locked door in the kitchen and another on the roof. Ever been through those?
No, but that doesn't prove anything.
It's just 2 dolls. We're not giving you Ruby for that. She's one of us.
There's also a locked door in my room, in my bathroom.
What if those two doors are connected, Eugene? Is that your name, Eugene? If they are connected, she could have gone to the kitchen, gone up, shot him on the roof, then come down. All in 5 minutes. How about that?
Yes, she could have. This is one long shot.
You talk so slow. You do agree the shot came from the roof, right?
Why not? You can't draw a straight line into Clausia's window from any of the surrounding buildings. Not from what I know about Martinez. Maybe from the coast. But like I said, I've been too busy dealing with you idiots. So no, I don't think it was a sniper. It was close up. 72%. There's a percentage and all. Where'd you get it from? Your guys in the lab?
Definitely lie. The truth is not credible.
I analyzed it on the spot. Turns out I can do that. Yes, we have a ballistics lab in Curon? We consult in cases like these.
No, you can't. I know what you did here on the weekend. People talk. And what they say doesn't sound like a science call. You're a madman.
I'm a genius.
Those numbers were an ass pull, man.
Yeah, and they don't put hair on the roof either. It's just mambo jumbo. He hasn't got shit.
All right, I'll play alone. Those two doors of yours, the winch connects them with some kind of dumb waiter
What wench? Where's the wench?
on the side of the building. You can see it from the harbor. You want to be a lieutenant, you gotta keep your eyes peeled.
I've seen the winch.
Fuck off, man.
Garbage. It wasn't a Sambo artist call. I've been doing this for 10 years. Let me give you a lesson. Boys,
It's never a Sambo fighter, and it's never a bullet-bending sniper.
Or ghost. It's never a ghost either. Don't worry, we've got better than that.
Whatever. Have we firmly established Ruby could have had... No. We haven't firmly established that. I mean, not firmly.
firmly try shit on a stick. All you've established is a possible route to the roof that you haven't found.
Okay, so that side task of figuring out where that door in the whirling rags leads to, I guess that's actually going to end up being a lot more important than we thought.
And even then, our route doesn't put that bullet in the Burke's head. A gun does that, and Ruby doesn't carry one.
Phase 2. Murder weapon. Get a gun in her hand. If not that, then at least a shadow of a doubt. In the shape of a gun. Just don't contradict yourself. If it doesn't sound like Ruby did it, maybe keep it to yourself. But what if you miss interesting information that way? The choice is ultimately yours. But
Ah. Yeah, these aren't great, but
So,
So it had to come from a breech-loading rifle. Military grade. Not even you militia monkeys have those. This goes against your short-range theory.
yeah.
If the murder weapon was military grade, how did Ruby get it?
I'm just being upfront with what I know. Yeah, I mean, like, do I honestly think that Ruby did it? I'm kind of going with a... She could have. But I'm not feeling too strong about it. Oh God, you're right. I'm never solving this case. It's too complicated.
Carve. That's exactly what it means.
that wasn't strong.
Yeah. Oh, you're letting me go again? You know what? I can probably say all of these. And it's still gonna be like, yeah, no, it wasn't Ruby. And I mean, number 3. Okay, so I didn't want to say number 1 because anyone could get a gun around here. Anyone. Then they would just be like, Okay, so why does it have to be Ruby if anyone can get a gun? I figured they would do that. 3 is like, yeah, it goes against what I said about the roof. There's a small chance that it came from beyond the roof. And if she was here, then like, what are the odds that she made that? You know what I mean? It's also contradicting the Ruby theory. And then number 4 is like, show them the antique rifle, but it doesn't work though. Yeah, sure, there are weapons like this just lying around, but it doesn't work. So it's not the best example. And then I kind of figured with 5, possibly, but I mean, they could easily turn this around to just calling me incompetent and divert the point. You know what I mean? Whatever. Let's try it anyway.
You lost your gun?
See what I mean?
What an idiot!
Tell me, did you lose it before the murder?
Dude, do you see what I mean? This is exactly what I said would happen. Did you lose it before the murder? No. I mean, like, yeah. No. What the fuck am I gonna do? Lie? We didn't... I mean, as far as I know, we weren't here before the murder happened. We came here because there was a murder, and then we went on a huge bender and then pawned our gun. Tell me, did you lose it before the murder? It was a joke.
Sure. Take your sorry ass out of here. Ruby didn't use your lost gun to kill him.
Stop thinking about your lost gun, damn it. You'll get a heart attack.
This was merely a thought exercise. He did not lose his gun. Let's move on.
Ah, this is rough. And of these answers, this is probably just gonna hurt me, but I have to do it anyway.
Look, fucko. Ruby and I are pretty tight. She would have showed me the gun if she had one. She knows I love guns.
Yeah, everyone knows Glenn loves guns.
I don't know, Glenny. Ruby's a little secretive, isn't she? Wasn't like she told you every little thing.
Look who's finally speaking. Ratty's been uncharacteristically quiet since you started theorizing. Maybe he has something to gain from implicating her.
I mean, in all honesty, you don't always need a gun to handle things. You can handle things in ways that, you know, like it wouldn't hurt to have a gun on you to be safe, but you wouldn't always need that if you know what you're doing.
Nah, man. She'd totally wave her gun in your face if she were here right now. And you'd fucking piss yourself.
It's clear this one is protective of her.
Easy now, Glenn. What he's trying to say is, people who don't have guns don't shoot people. You need a gun for that. You can't prove she has one.
You don't need to prove anything. Doubt is enough for now. And Titus must have some.
Yes, goddammit, I know what a 72% chance means. It means there's a 28% chance it isn't that. And 28% is no small chance either.
Just making sure we are on the same page. It doesn't all fit. We are just sharing info, candidly.
That looks antique. A Belle McGrave. It's inoperable. Where'd you get it?
20, maybe 30 rifles, Titus. also broken, but still, there were too many. And there must be other caches too.
God damn it. We need to close that dump down for good.
It's a goddamn breech loader, too. Find one that works, and you got a military-grade weapon that shoots jacketed ammunition.
He sees it. This is coming together. He must.
Are you fucking serious? So that was the one that I should have went with?
Time to really close the deal. Show them the bullet.
Puh, let's not get dramatic. No, let's get dramatic.
The blonde man looks at the mushroomed Deathbringer in the evidence bag and says,
Yeah, the bitch is jacketed all right. 4mm too.
Whoa.
Well, goddamn. It's not proof, but it's a possible murder weapon. Close to her. Too damn close. You have been thorough. I'll give you that.
I don't know, Cop. Why don't you find your lost gun first?
Easy now, Al. This isn't comedy hour.
Titus, we're not seriously considering it, are we? Ruby wouldn't do this. Why would she do something like this?
Phase 3. Motive. The last component.
It's not why did she kill him, it's why did she organize the cover-up. True. Classy told me some pretty interesting things about Ruby. Maybe it's all part of a leadership challenge. That's a weird one. When Classy came downstairs, Ruby appeared to know that something was wrong. You could just chalk that up to her being experienced. You know, with fuck shit. Like Titus also said that when she came downstairs, he could tell right away that someone was dead. So, yeah, maybe she killed him because she thought it would curry favor with you? Weird. Let's go 1.
And I suppose you have a theory on that.
Think about it. Why go through all that effort? It was her idea, wasn't it? The hanging. You went along, but she suggested it.
She had, like, a fully formed plan and shit. Right when she came back downstairs.
Really, Shanks? Claudia wanted to talk to another girl, that's all. She was just the first one up there. I could have come up with that plan if I'd have been first.
Time for a logics demonstration.
Why? Like, let's assume you killed him. And then go with their theories? I guess so. And a fully formed plan. Does it matter? I'm not sure if it matters.
He scoffs.
Think. You kill him. Get up there. Shoot him. Get down.
Would you prefer to go on trial with your friends as part of a lynch mob or alone for committing a murder?
The man is silent.
If she used us to cover her own shit up, well, that's a serious violation of the Hardy Code, boss.
Which is why she didn't. She would never do that. Why aren't more of you defending her? This is fucking stupid, Titus.
In all honesty, I am also surprised that more of them aren't defending her.
Glenn, I thought the same thing when she skipped town and left us in this shit.
Oh, so he didn't rule her out completely. And she's skipped town. This is good.
Wait a second, so you don't know where she is? Who knows, he might not. And I can keep going, apparently.
Yeah. Like what?
Oh my god, she's part of the homosexual underground. It's come back. I'm not saying that this time. We have to be serious here. Apparently she had a thing. Sex. She wanted sex. Let's not get into it. It's needless sensationalism.
A thing? You mean?
Yeah, but they're both girls.
So?
Girls like girls too, Angus, sometimes. This is one of those times. She liked Glacier.
I'm sorry, the way Kim said that, it's like he was explaining this to a child. Like, girls like girls too, Angus. Sometimes. I know, it's bewildering for me too, but that's what she said. Come on, guys, she hangs out with you meatheads. This cannot come as a surprise. It's supernatural? A reality-breaking event, and we just need to accept it. Good God, she's like gay for classy. Calm down. However the hell you pronounce her name. I keep forgetting how to pronounce her name. It's scary, yes. She probably went to a university and learned it from a liberal. Holy fuck. What Kim said. I mean, pretty much. Yeah, what Kim said.
Fuck you. First he says she's murdered him. Now she's a too? It's a lie.
Come on, Glenn. She likes Monica's titties more than you do. Everyone knows which way the wind blows there.
I did. I knew it. That's why she didn't fuck me at Fatty's birthday party.
Dude.
She didn't fuck you, 'cause you're 40, and you still live with your mom, Dennis.
Huh. Cassie says she made advances on her, and she thwarted them.
Ruby then threatened her and told her to end her relationship with the deceased.
This is some sordid shit. It's also the kind of garbage our Miss Aronier puts out to cover her own ass.
Sort of, but he doesn't have to know that.
She did tell us we were close to arresting her. She just told us Ruby made her scared and she spilled the beans. I mean, one is closer to the truth.
Figures. But that Ruby is queer as cabaret, now that I start thinking about it. So there is some truth to it. And that's okay. Some are queerer than others. You can still be a hardy. But if you bring your own personal shit into our outfit...
And then, boss, use us to cover it up? I mean, that's just fucked up.
If it's true. But it's not, right?
There's no fucking leadership challenge. Just when I thought you were taking this seriously, cop, you put your head in your ass.
Hey, it was giving me the chance to say all of it. Actually, didn't I learn this earlier? Just because you can say something doesn't mean you should.
Man, now he's just throwing shit against the wall to see what sticks.
Okay, we ruled out infighting. That's how this works, by exclusion. Remember, all we need to do is rule Ruby out too. That's all this is.
Nah, man. That's just Ruby. She's got shit under control. That's her whole thing. That's why she's so good.
I mean, yeah, she could just have an eye for a shitstorm. Some people do, especially if they're experienced with it.
Plus, man, it's like female intuition, you know. Women talk to women. Which is sort of why we need someone on the team who they talk to.
Yeah.
Wishful thinking has no place in a police investigation. The more logical conclusion that you wish to avoid is that she knew what had happened because she did it.
Because she thought it would curry favor with you? This one, I'm like, why would she even... I mean, she already had a reputation for taking care of shit around town. If this was like, she had never done something like this before, and she just wanted to look good wrapping up a situation, that would be more plausible. But she already does stuff like this. So 5 really doesn't...
You had expressed, on occasion, your dislike of the mercenaries' presence in Martinez, right?
Whack someone in my district? That doesn't carry much favor with Titus Hardy. She has to know that.
Silence. He looks around the room. The old man in the corner nods. A very small nod. And a trickle of tobacco spit on his lip.
Yeah, I see it. There's one more thing I've been wondering about. Ever since you asked me where she is. Add it to your list of suspicions, if you want. I don't know where she went. She just got up and left. Got real scared, too. Wouldn't tell me where. However hard I asked. Want to know why? She was afraid I would tell you. Maybe she was right. By now, I probably would.
She knew there's evidence on her, and she knew we'd find it. This is typical suspect behavior, why fleeing is always incriminatory.
Perhaps. Ask her if you find her. It won't be easy, though. She made sure of that.
When did she leave?
Friday afternoon, when you first arrived. I got word the RCM was in town. Then she came in to see me. Told me she was leaving. That's when we had our little conversation. I told you. You, as in the cop with the sideburns and the disco clothes.
Me specifically? What the fuck? No wonder she's afraid. I have come to declare the ending of the human experiment. Okay. She probably knew me from my singing days. I'm sorry. God, why does everything flee at the sight of my shadow? I have no idea why she'd be scared. I'm just a normal cop with regular thoughts in his head. Yeah, sure.
Sure. Normal. You know, when I first saw you limping here, I thought she was paranoid or sniffing her own supply. But now I'm not so sure.
How does she know me, though? What else did Ruby tell you about me?
She said you have a funny taste in clothes, and that you won't stop.
Won't stop dressing weird?
Until you have something on her. She said she's heard of you from Jamrock, that you're a human can opener, that you play suspects against each other, open them up, like cans.
And then when they're all empty, just move onto the next can. Don't look back unless there was something you missed.
Fucking hell. Titus, did he just...
Open Angus up like a can? Yes, he did. Now, we can whine about it, whack him, or we can go on with our lives. I'm having to go on with our lives kind of day, Al. How about you?
Silence. He nods.
Is that true, Kim? Am I a can opener?
You are insistent.
Yeah, there was something else. She wouldn't tell me, though. I could see she wanted to. It was burning on her lips. This caught Titus. This caught me. But she was too scared.
Ruby is not my ex-wife, is she? My God, I hope not. That would, oh God. Do you have any clues on where Ruby went?
She's not far. We know that much. She didn't take her lorry, so she's on foot.
Good fucking luck, man. She knows this place like the back of her hand. You'll never find her.
Yeah, Al, and we won't either.
She's not really a Hardy candidate anymore, is she?
She's not, Glenn. A little. On the coast.
Where have you looked for her, more precisely?
More precisely, on the coast, past the waterlock. She's not here, so I'm thinking she's there.
Who's doing this looking? They're all here.
Lizzie needed some air. No one goes to tell Everard anything. He knows what he has to know. Fast.
It's called a radio, you believe. The gardener may have played you a game when she stormed out. She has her own plan.
Sure, there's some shithouses there. A cinderblock town. Fisherfolk there refuse to unionize. So, that's one place we haven't looked. I hear they have a shack where junkies sometimes crash. Time for you to step up.
I have been stepping up.
We will start there. One more question. What does Ruby look like?
Boyish. Hair's red. Dyed. She looks like a Lowry man.
Sorry, I'm trying to think. Have I seen someone like that? Yeah, whatever.
It'll have to.
Shake it.
His grip is firm and reassuring, like holding a piece of unpolished granite. Not just granite, tightly packed RCM sergeant material.
You should be a cop. But just think it.
No, he already is a sergeant. That's what you're feeling. He just wasn't sure what you are.
Wow. Oh, actually.
You take the legal documents out of the envelope. But the youth center cuts into the ocean like the bow of...
Damn it, how the fuck? So I can't sign it. I need to get someone else to sign it. This is annoying. Damn it. This is something that I'm gonna have to look up. I don't want to have to do this, but I mean, I need it. I need my gun, and I really don't think I can get my gun back any other way. Alright, so I'll be back, I guess. Damn it.